Well, good Saturday morning. It's David W. Coleman for the weekly sports magazine and the Dynamic Power Picks. We make our picks every week, and sorry about the Saturday morning. I promised you I'd get them to you no later than Friday evening, but a little under weather yesterday, but here they are just the same. So before we look back to last week, let's take a quick break and listen to our sponsor, and when we come back, we'll talk about the picks. It's the Dynamic Power Picks every Saturday. Win a Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box. Hey friends, David W. Coleman here for Coleman's Dynamic Products and RibRub.com. That's RIBBRUBB.com. It's where you'll find the best dry marinade for baking, grilling, and smoking your favorite meats and vegetables. We're gearing up for a very busy season, so I want you to make sure you take advantage of the great sale we've got going on right now. It's the Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box. It comes in 3 great flavors: hot and spicy, original, or scorching, or a 4th combination box. What is a Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box? Well, I'm glad you asked. You get 3 bags of Coleman's Dynamic Rib Rub, 3 bags of Coleman's Dynamic Rib Nuts, a bag of Coleman's Dynamic Fry Dust, and of course, you get a bottle of rib juice, pepper juice, and rib dust. You can't beat that. Order a Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box today and get a digital copy of the Coleman's Dynamic Recipe Book. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now is the time to place that order for Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box before the holiday rush. And remember, bake it, grill it, smoke it. Oh yeah, at RibRub.com. Okay, folks, just remember, if you want to win the gift box, then you simply have to post your picks before the first kickoff of the first game. So, sorry I'm getting them to you late today, but you're getting them none the same. All right, so let's start off with looking back before we look forward. And fortunately, remember a couple of weeks ago when I was like 7-1 and I was sitting on cloud 9? Well, no, it wasn't 7-1. It was 8-2. That was the pick. And then, of course, the next couple of weeks happened, and we've been barely staying at 500. But fortunately for that 8-2 week, it keeps me above 500 for the week. So I'm currently, let's see here, 35-30. And last week I wasn't too good. All right, I was only 5-5. But what did I tell y'all? I said, I do this for fun. I'm not putting any money on this stuff. Why would I bet my hard-earned money on somebody out there that don't even know me? Yeah, that's right. So if you want to use my picks, and I'm serious about making them, I just don't put my money on them. I ain't no damn fool. All right? You are? Oh, I know. A lot of y'all out there gambling. Just remember, if you got a gambling problem, go get some help. And I'm not kidding on that. All right? But anyway, so last week we 5-5. That puts us for the year 35-30. Okay? So this week we're picking 5 games. And excuse me, in college, it seems like I'm picking a lot of SEC schools. But I'm just picking the top 10. I mean the top 25. Those are the games I'm picking. All right? We're picking 5 in college and we're picking 5 in the pros. So let's go ahead and get started. Oklahoma travels to South Carolina. South Carolina is a 4-point dog. Oklahoma's quarterback is struggling. If you watched last week between Oklahoma and Texas, he really struggled a lot. Put up some numbers. I don't know if he's ready to play. And as he goes to South Carolina has a dynamic quarterback. They're laying in wait to try to get them some Sooner blood. I'm gonna pick South Carolina and the 4.5. They're giving, I should say, they are a 4.5 point dog. All right, at home, by the way. So you're telling me Oklahoma is a 7.5 point dog? Because typically 3 points, you give 3 points to the home team? No, I'm not buying that. I'm going to take South Carolina. Mississippi at Georgia. Has Lane Kiffin arrived? We've been hearing all this stuff about Lane Kiffin this, Lane Kiffin that, and every time it comes to a big game, Lane Kiffin lays down the ghost. And I don't think it's going to be any different. I think it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be a fun game. Mississippi at Georgia. Georgia is a 7-point favorite. I'm a little worried about this number. I could see this being a 3 or 4 point game because I think Mississippi will probably put up some points. But we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and take Georgia and the 7. Okay. Texas A&M travels to Arkansas. Now, let me just take a moment. Now, I'm wearing red, not because I'm an Arkansas fan, not because I grew up in Arkansas, even though I now live in the DMV. I just happen to like the color red. But, you know, and let me just take a moment. Because I haven't talked about this. You know, Arkansas fired their head coach. They've got Bobby Petrino as the interim coach. Yeah, that Bobby Petrino who was caught with a college co-ed riding on this motorcycle when they had a wreck. Yeah, that Bobby Petrino. And all the Arkansas fans are begging to rehire Bobby Petrino. And see, that's the problem with the Razorback program. The best coach, you should be looking for the best coach, period. Particularly in this day and time. And the best coach out there just got fired from Penn State. If I'm Arkansas brass, I'd be beating down the door of James Franklin to hire him. But you got Arkansas fans saying, oh, go back and hire Bobby Petrino. Go back and hire Bobby Petrino. That's the problem with Arkansas, is that you're too busy looking back as opposed to looking forward. That's why you will never succeed as a football program. This thing has changed tremendously. You need a big-time coach. And the reason I am so for James Franklin is simply because of this. While I did sports in Nashville, Tennessee, I covered James Franklin. James Franklin was the head football coach at Vanderbilt. Yeah, that Vanderbilt. And Vanderbilt was turned around because of James Franklin. That guy coached at a school and recruited in a school that had no sense of winning anything and was pretty darn successful. That's why Penn State hired him from Vanderbilt. But y'all want to go back to Bobby Petrino? Get the hell out of here. Texas A&M minus the 7.5. Tennessee versus Alabama. Tennessee is an 8.5 point dog. I'm not sold on Tennessee. They struggle with Arkansas. I'm just not buying Tennessee. Alabama seems to have caught its stride. Are they an 8.5 point favorite? I don't know. This is a scary number, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and take Tennessee plus the 8.5. I think this is going to be a 3 point game at best. Okay? Alabama wins, but they don't cover. USC at Notre Dame. Oh, Marcus Freeman, he is the belle of the ball now. Everybody want to hire Marcus Freeman. If you're Marcus Freeman, why would you leave Notre Dame for some of these also-ran schools? They love you right now in Notre Dame. I would stick and stay. Everybody, every dad wants his son to play for Marcus Freeman. Well, that may be true. And if that's the case, if you're Marcus Freeman, you're staying at Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? USC are on the rise. Notre Dame is a 10-point favorite at home against USC. I could be way off base, but I think USC is going to go in there and, raise a little cane. Will they win? I don't know, but I'm taking the 10 points. USC plus 10. How about that out? All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to do the pros. Back in a moment. It's called the Dynamic Power Picks on joynetradio.com. Hey friends, David W. Coleman here for Coleman's Dynamic Products and RibRub.com. That's RIBBRUBB.com. It's where you will find the best dry marinade for baking, grilling, and smoking your favorite meats and vegetables. We're gearing up for a very busy season, so I want you to make sure you take advantage of the great sale we've got going on right now. It's the Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box. It comes in 3 great flavors: hot and spicy, original, or scorching, or a 4th combination box. What is a Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box? Well, I'm glad you asked. You get 3 bags of Coleman's Dynamic Rib Rub, 3 bags of Coleman's Dynamic Rib Nuts, a bag of Coleman's Dynamic Fry Dust, and of course, you get a bottle of rib juice, pepper juice, and rib dust. You can't beat that. Order a Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box today and get a digital copy of the Coleman's Dynamic Recipe Book. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now is the time to place that order for Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box before the holiday rush. And remember, bake it, grill it, smoke it. Oh yeah, at ribrub.com. Welcome back to the Dynamic Power Picks. Our picks for today and Sunday. We do college and pro every week. Currently 35-30. We're still above 500. We got to make a little more money for y'all. If y'all bet money or whatever y'all bet. Y'all could be betting turkey necks. I don't care. We just having fun. If you beat me, by the way, you get a Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box. It has all of my products. I send it to you free of charge. You just got to beat my picks. That's what I need you to do. Now, let's talk about the pros. Panthers versus the Jets. The Jets are not where they need to be as of yet. I'm really getting over this NFL mantra of firing a coach after 1 year. Now, if you're going to fire the Jets coach out after 1 year, why would I as a coach even take that job? All right? Or is it that you just fire black coaches after 1 year? I don't know, but anyway, the Panthers, Bryce Young, is he coming into his own finally? Are the Panthers coming into their own finally? I don't know, but they are 1.5 point favorite on the road against the Jets. I'm taking the Panthers. I don't think the Jets are ready yet. We'll see what happens. Raiders travel to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Y'all know I'm a Raiders fan. And you say, well, why are you wearing red? I just told y'all why I'm wearing red. Don't be trying to be funny. Okay? I hate the Chiefs. I've always hated the Chiefs. The only team that I've ever really loved more than my high school football team, Little Rock Central, are the Oakland, Los Angeles, Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders! And I'm taking 11.5. The Chiefs may be back, but I don't think they're 11.5 points better than the Raiders. We'll see what happens. Saints versus the Bears. Are the Bears coming around? The Bears. I don't know if they are, but I ain't ready to fall on the Saints sword. So I'm going to take the Bears minus the 4.5. Okay? Pats travel to the Titans. The Titans just fired their coach. Mike Vrabel goes back. He was fired for the coach that the Titans just fired. Is it confusing? Yes, it is. But the Pats seem to be playing better football. They are a 7-point favorite on the road. I've got to take the Titans. No, I'm taking the Pats and the 7. The Titans can't score. That's the problem. They can't score. I got to take the Pats. Last but not least, Commanders versus the Cowboys. Here's another quick commentary about how sports analysts do this. A guy will have a great year, and all of a sudden, he's the second coming of this, that, and the other. I'm talking about Jalen Daniels. I agree, the guy has talent, and they were on a fantastic run last year. But you got to realize all those 1-point games and close calls that they had, they're not going to get that every year. It's regressing to the mean. Okay? So I'm not sold on the Commanders. The Commanders still have a lot of work to do. The Cowboys are going to score points. They put up 30 points a game, and they give up 30 points a game. This is going to be a shootout. They are currently a 1.5 point favorite at home against the Commanders. And you know what? I try not to pick on personal feelings because y'all know I hate the Cowboys, but I'm going to pick the Cowboys minus 1.5. All right? That's what it is. All right, we're going to take another quick break. When we come back, we will recap the picks for this week, and I will remind you again on how you win the Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box. Okay? Let's take a break. Hey friends, David W. Coleman here for Coleman's Dynamic Products and RibRub.com. That's RIBBRUBB.com. It's where you will find the best dry marinade for baking, grilling, and smoking your favorite meats and vegetables. We're gearing up for a very busy season, so I want you to make sure you take advantage of the great sale we've got going on right now. It's the Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box. It comes in 3 great flavors: hot and spicy, original, or scorching, or a 4th combination box. What is a Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box? Well, I'm glad you asked. You get 3 bags of Coleman's Dynamic Rib Rub, 3 bags of Coleman's Dynamic Rib Nuts, a bag of Coleman's Dynamic Fry Dust, and of course, you get a bottle of rib juice, pepper juice, and rib dust. You can't beat that. Order a Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box today and get a digital copy of the Coleman's Dynamic Recipe Book. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Now is the time to place that order for Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box before the holiday rush. And remember, bake it, grill it, smoke it. Oh yeah, at RibRub.com. Okay, welcome back to Dynamic Power Picks. We're currently 35-30 for the year. We pick the line. We don't pick just the win, all right? Here's an opportunity for you to win a Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box. It has all of my products. You've got rib rub, rib nuts. You've got rib juice, rib dust, fry dust. Wow. You've got pepper juice. Everything that I make in my lineup is in that gift box. And by the way, it's a great Christmas gift as Christmas is right around the corner. Don't forget about Black Friday. Oh, that's right. Black Friday is already going on, so you can go out and buy today. So let's go ahead and recap the picks. Oklahoma versus South Carolina. South Carolina is a 4.5 point dog at home. I'm taking South Carolina. Mississippi travels to Georgia. Georgia is a 7 point favorite at home. I'm taking Georgia. Texas A&M travels to Fayetteville, Arkansas. Texas A&M is a 7.5 point favorite on the road. I'm taking A&M. Tennessee travels to Alabama. Alabama is an 8.5 point favorite at home. I'm taking Tennessee plus the 8.5. And USC travels to Notre Dame. Are the Trojans back? Well, we'll soon find out. They are a 10 point dog on the road. I'm taking USC. In the pros, the Panthers travel to the Jets. Jets are a 1.5 point dog at home. I'm taking the Panthers. The Raiders are a 11.5 point dog on the road versus the Chiefs. I'm taking the Raiders. I know what you're saying, David. You're picking with your heart and not with your head. Yeah, I'm a Raiders fan. That's why. The Saints versus the Bears. They travel to Chicago. The Bears are a 4.5 point favorite at home. I'm taking the Bears. Patriots travel to Nashville to play the Titans. The Titans are a 7 point dog at home. I'm taking the Patriots. And last but not least, the Commanders travel to Dallas to play the Cowboys. The Cowboys are a 1.5 point favorite. I'm taking the Cowboys. So there you have it. Those are the Dynamic Power Picks for this week. Don't forget, get those picks posted for your chance to win a Coleman's Dynamic Gift Box. If 5 people beat me, 5 people get a gift box, okay? That's how we're going to do it. All righty? We're out. We'll see you next week.